Let's try this one more time. I'm sorry. Between the power and the internet, I think it should be okay now though. I've got all green. I was green last time and then it went all the way down to red. So let's see. Okay.
Somewhere around here. And in the background, we have former Empire of George Chamberlain, the famous Holyoke House. And he used to have some great St. Patrick's Day parties there.
I think this is right after
During
the
the parade,
cigarette
we
commercial. Yeah.
decided Yes, welcome back to the big primetime program.
Hey,
and
Vinny.
we're here in downtown Holyoke. The parade passed somewhere around here. And in the background, we have former Empire of George Chamberlain, the famous Holyoke House. And he used to have some great St. Patrick's Day parties there. But during the parade, we decided to see how many people could actually sing the entire song when
What a
Irish eyes
disaster
are
this-
smiling, and see if we could get a little free food along the way.
When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing.
I'm a Frenchman. How can I sing an Irish song? Huh?
You sing?
Yeah.
You sing
What do you
when
want
Irish
to sing?
eyes are smiling.
Oh, that, no, I have
Third time's a charm, I hope so.
I. No, shush. Never make a say a word again. We're on the news tonight, then.
We ain't never getting them files,
Irish
man.
eyes are smiling. That's all I know.
Oh, Danny boy! That's it.
That's the wrong song.
Irish eyes are smiling.
Oh boy.
And a two
They really
and a
remembered
three.
like
When
one line of it.
Irish eyes are smiling. That's all I know.
Okay. How about the other one? How about the other one? We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard.
No. We've done that, been there. We've got the heart, we've got the courage, we've got the brains, and we're at home.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Oz.
If I were king of the forest. Put 'em up, put 'em up. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish
Oh my God.
laughter,
Like an ice
you can
pick.
hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy,
I'm Irish and I'm cool.
all the world is bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'd steal your heart away.
When Irish eyes are smiling.
Oh wow, I like this guy.
When Irish eyes are smiling.
Oh, hang on a second.
Sure, it's like the morning spring in the lilt of Irish laughter. You can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll steal your heart away. For when Irish eyes
I got sunglasses just like that lady's. These are some weird ones though, like I can't see the screen when I put them on. Are they like
when Irish eyes are
blocking? Maybe they're
smiling.
blocking
When
some kind of.
Irish eyes are smiling.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
When Irish eyes are smiling and the world is happy and
They
bright.
must have be some like some
Hey,
kind
when
of special.
Italian eyes are smiling.
When
glasses or
Irish
something.
eyes are smiling. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
In the lilt of Irish laughter, come on. You can hear the angels sing.
I didn't hear back from them, Vinny. They might have they might have already. They could have gotten the message late or something, but I'm probably not going back until next week though.
Irish are happy, all the world is bright and gay. And when Irish smiling. Sure, they'd steal your hearts away.
When Irish eyes are smiling, I can't sing. All the world seems bright again. I can't do it.
Vinny, are you have it? Is your day so far bright and gay?
Hi. Hi, can you sing When Irish Eyes Are Smiling?
Yeah.
Through your megaphone.
When Irish eyes are smiling, or it's like the morning spring, in the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But
Wow, even is this how the Irish behave? Like, this is boorish behavior. I will, buddy. Don't worry. I won't forget. I promise.
I have a horrible voice, but we're having a wonderful time at the parade.
When Irishman is smiling.
When Irish eyes are smiling. That's all I know.
Irish eyes are smiling.
Oh boy.
They have a St. Patrick's Day joke.
What's green and sits in the backyard?
Look at this
What's
guy.
green and sits
Dale
in the
Earnhardt.
backyard?
Patio furniture.
And we have the best place on the parade room.
Look at
the
that.
backyard. St.
Look at
Patrick's
his
Day
method
joke.
here.
What's green and sits in the backyard?
Oh
What's
my
green
god.
and sits in the backyard?
Patio furniture.
And we have the best place on the parade route because we have free snacks.
Oh boy.
When Irish eyes are smiling, we'll all be in Holyoke today.
In the lilt of Irish laughter.
Oh
we can
boy, what a
hear
drunk.
The birdies sing. You can hear
A blue jay?
the
Nice.
angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes
Oh, boy.
are smiling, sure they steal your heart away.
When Irish eyes are smiling. Da 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 da. I haven't had enough to drink yet. Come back later.
When Irish eyes are smiling.
When Irish eyes are smiling. That's it.
Sure, 'tis like a, what is it? Morn and spring. Through the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the
I like these kind of goofy interviews. Now it's like asking people to name states.
angels sing. How's that?
Come on, everybody, come on. When Irish eyes
Oh my
are
God.
smiling. Wow.
Randy from Trailer Park Boys again.
Come on. When Irish eyes are smiling. I'm not just a drunk trying to get attention.
Flintstone.
Irish eyes are smiling, and I don't know anything else.
I don't think
Step
there's-
aside, big guy. I
Has there been anything other than Irish parade content? I don't think so.
only look good. I don't sound good. When Irish eyes are
Oh,
smiling.
look at this mess.
Irish eyes are smiling.
Come on.
Bring me a Belgian song.
Yes, let's hear Belgian song for all of the Belgians watching.
Oh yeah,
There's
right.
no Belgians watching.
Okay, let me think. Okay, the mist drum.
Not today, buddy. Today's just George.
Irish eyes are smiling. Yeah, today, Artie, sure are today. You serve them up a hot dog.
Yes, we get free food everywhere we go.
Wait a minute. Hold on. ATF Media, are you saying that a 48 question quiz combined with asking the same question to 48 people, he might just be filling time?
When Irish eyes
By the way, have we gotten literally any? Oh, I guess we did get a little bit of parade footage, but I feel like we haven't really gotten much.
are smiling, and I don't know the rest of the words. Through the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the
I bet
angels
Tariq could sing this song.
When Irish hearts are happy, sure the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away.
Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. My oh my, what what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
When Irish eyes are
What?
smiling, you'll find the O'Connors at the parade.
Oh, the O'Connors are
When
there.
Irish
Oh, wow, look at this
eyes are
subtle makeup.
smiling, sure it'd steal your heart away. When Irish eyes are smiling.
That's all I know. I know me too.
There's the house from the parade route.
When Irish eyes are smiling. When Irish eyes are smiling. When Irish eyes are smiling. All the world is
Just think, guys, if any one of these people would have just been like said to spit on a dick, they would have become a millionaire from their street interview.
Eyes are smiling.
Like this guy.
That's it. I can't carry a tune, George. I'm better at eating than I am singing.
When Irish eyes are smiling. How's that?
No, come on. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure the world is bright.
Whoa, nice. Look at that. Look at that toot.
And when Irish eyes are smiling,
Oh, boy.
they'll steal your heart away.
When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring.
Wow, look at that guy.
Irish eyes are smiling.
They'll take your beer away.
That guy was an authentic Irish, I think. He looked authentically Irish.
La 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 la.
When these Irish eyes are smiling. No, I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry, Mother.
Jingle bells, jingle
Wow.
bells, jingle all the way. When Irish eyes are smiling. When
Man, this is dragging on.
Eyes are smiling. I don't know the rest. It's a beautiful day in Holyoke, but we're Irish eyes are smiling.
Where's Holyoke?
Especially on St. Patrick's
Where's that in reference to like the towns we know?
When Irish eyes are smiling. When Irish eyes are smiling.
He could have attended it.
Irish
Oh, boy.
eyes are smiling.
Beeper the clown.
Come here, Schlockmer. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure you know the angels smile. But when Irish eyes are sad, sure you know the world is sad. Yo!
Sure, it's someone like a
Oh, here we
morning
go. Cult
spring.
members.
With a lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels
Yeah, Vinny, I'll put you on the next
sing.
Boy Watch, buddy.
Irish eyes are smiling.
Probably
Sure,
Saturday.
it's like a morning spring in the lilt of Irish laughter.
Mr. Blue on my shoulder. It's the truth. It's actual. Everything is satisfactual.
Is there anybody, Vinny, that you want your video to be? Is there any of the other characters that you want to go before or after you, or that you don't want your videos next to?
Zippity-doo-dah,
I can't promise anything.
zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day.
Hey,
Why does he keep having that girl? Oh boy, back to this lady.
Eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away.
Yes, thank God we have Miss O'Leary to help finish When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. I didn't see too many people who were very successful singing all the way through that song, but she helped us out. She made it through the entire song. Wasn't it wonderful? Didn't that really bring tears to your eyes? Hey, that
All
just
right,
about
buddy.
wraps up our Power Pack program right here on Prime Time. See you next.
What if I put you in the middle between a racist Texan and a foot fetish model?
Time. Good night, everybody.
Man, I like her cape. Sounds good, okay. You can't beat the Heathen and Flexum as a lead in and then lead out. Yeah, I was in there for a little while, yeah. Get Crack for Me would definitely fund Savvy Guy to be a Passport Bro.
You want a cigarette? Come on.
Oh boy, 85. Oh, we got it. Oh boy. Springfield Chordsman. Oh no. Bill Glennie, Ray Daddario. How do you say that? Dario. Is that Daddario? Ray Diodaro and the Springfield Chordsman. Man, we're getting rough here at the end, guys. How do you say that? Daddario? Daddario. Rick Daddario.
From beautiful downtown Greenfield. Is that screaming coming from my trunk? It's prime time with George Dorunda. Tonight, historians Bill Glennie and Ray Daddario. Plus the Springfield Chordsman. So get ready for the most entertaining show.
Oh, the Springfield Chordsman. Yeah, it did change again. Maybe he's trying new stuff, trying to kickstart the show again.
I'm George Dorunda, and welcome to Primetime. And we're doing our show today from beautiful downtown Greenfield. One thing.
Oh my God. Do you think he chose this on purpose for saying beautiful downtown Greensburg with like every storefront we see is shuttered? The movie marquee is in shambles. Oh my God.
I really like about coming to Greenfield, they have such great deals, like this parking meter. Right from the word go, you have deals in Greenfield. 2 hours for one dime, or for your convenience, 2 hours for a quarter. Such a bargain. Hey, we're going to start off the show. It's our top 5 list.
George is spiraling, and I can relate. He's trying to keep the train on the tracks the best that he can.
It's our top 5 list, our official primetime top 5 list. And the category for tonight's top 5 list, past lines on the show.
Okay.
Something that was said by a guest that could also be used as a pickup line. And maybe some of our guests have used some of these lines as pickup lines. Okay, we're ready to begin.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Number 5, Dave Barcelo.
Ty Cobb was a rattlesnake of a man.
Hey, what a pickup line, Ty Cobb. Number 4, Doug Locke.
You know how crummy I feel now? I'm gonna have to shower for a week.
Oh,
but
wow.
That isn't pleasant. And number 3, the Crocodile Dundee of polka music, Ray Henry.
I'm cheap.
That says it all. Number 2,
oh my God,
news producer Chad Matthews.
It's been record heat all summer. The day we decide to do this, it's cold.
Hey, and the number 1 line once spoken by a guest that could also be.
Yeah, I mean, I've tagged him many times. I mean, I've gone into the comments and stuff. I don't think he wants to. I just don't think he has an interest in talking to me.
For a pickup line, it's
or maybe
from
just
Julian
talking
Brownie,
about the show
Brownie
at all.
McIntosh. I just love being a pirate. I just love being a pirate. Hey, that's our
Yeah, George is losing it, man.
top 5 list.
Wow. Inventing GIF memes.
How about that? Our primetime top 5 list, and you go try those answers at home and see if you can pick up a few babes. Hey, but my first guest on the
I'll
big
do a
program,
video. I'll do like a.
have their living history, and they're
What
right
did
here
I
for you,
learn?
the home viewers on primetime. Yes, you won't see them anywhere else. It's Bill Glennie and
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think he and I probably see eye to eye on a lot of issues, but I mean, like, I would only be I mean, I would talk to him about his beliefs bleeding into the show sometimes, but not in like an attacking way. I would just genuinely want to talk about it, but I think we could get along. George seems like if he really understood like how meaningful the show is for me, I think he probably maybe thinks that like someone will want to come on and clown him or something, you know. But I don't know that for sure, because it seems like he likes attention, so I don't know why he wouldn't want to like talk about the show.
Ray Daddario. Yes, well, Bill, Ray, welcome to the big program.
Historians, yeah.
Pleasure.
And you guys just returned from Washington, D.C.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at
It's
this
the
set, though.
50th anniversary of the IMT.
The IMT, which is?
And nobody knows it anymore. 50 years ago, it's sad, but it's the International Military Tribunal. And yesterday, it was in the news 50 years ago, and today it is still in the news because they want to get after some criminals from Bosnia and Rwanda. So we are still in the news.
And so you've been, and you were actually part of history.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, you were the official photographer at the Nuremberg trials.
One of many.
One of many.
Oh my God, we can have an entire episode that's just complete filler about the Irish parade, and then he's got the official photographer at the Nuremberg trials.
I started as a photographer.
What the literal hell is going on?
And then I stayed on for 3 years and got my received my discharge in August, and then I did the same job. I went.
That could be it's me if he even watches it. I don't if he's ever even watched any of it. Ben, I tried to like run that idea past Grace too, that I was just like, you know, that it was just a long con troll.
Went from the second floor to the third floor, and then I went from as a photographer, I went into public relations.
Oh, and Bill, you were on the other side of the fence.
I was, well, there's two, like I say, there's two different worlds.
There were two sides to the story.
Oh, I like
You
so
had
far
the
two different worlds.
courtroom, which was the most important. All the action was in the courtroom. And
In a recliner,
you had the
yeah.
prison, which was completely
It's a neat
separate.
set,
Nobody
I
was
think.
allowed in there. No cameras. Very, very few pictures are taken. Ray's fortunate to have some of these pictures. But it was an entirely different world. It's separated. When the men went in the courtroom, these prisoners, you had all cameras and the whole world was watching them at the time. And they had to be at their best. When they come to prison, they were normal. So we caught them when they were normal people. They cried and they had their little problems they went through. Very interesting. So you're getting a good...
It's a history lesson.
Oh, yes.
It's a history lesson for the
And
folks at
for
home.
both-
All the kids who are watching, they're hearing the stories told.
What a
not
shift
by
in
some
tone from the last
fantasizing history
episode.
book writers, but by the people who were actually there.
Correct.
Right.
And
Right.
actually, we made history there. And 50 years ago, the Nuremberg trials, we made history. And regardless who was there, as I was a guard, Ray was a photographer, we had the lawyers, the course of history was changed through the Nuremberg trials, and we were part of this.
Okay, let's take a
You
look
like
at
his
some
hair?
of these some of these pictures here.
Here is the Palace of Justice, which is in plain English, it's just the courthouse. But it was
The Palace of Justice sounded better.
yeah, sounded better.
Palace
but it
of
was
plywood.
Big. It was not for the city. It was for what we would call the county, taking in all the territory. But why did the Nuremberg trials take place here? The city where the people were, was all destroyed, was 85% destroyed. But this building did not get bombed, except for one bomb right here at the end. It came down here. So my office was right here.
Oh, you had an office?
Yeah, oh yes.
The Nuremberg.
crew
I did
right
not
there.
expect to hear about the
is
Nuremberg
entrance,
trial.
And I was on the 3rd floor. It was the guards, that is the guards of the building, detailed to the building, are from the Big One, the 1st Infantry Division. And you couldn't get in without a pass, just a simple pass.
So they didn't just let any riffraff into the courthouse like they do here.
No. To see the prison was in the back, and I went upstairs on the roof.
Who's that? Is that Barcelo that's just off camera?
50 years ago. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Bill was in the prison.
He was in the prison. Just to give you an idea of what the prison looked like, this is a picture that of the cell block used for the defendants in all the trials. That is the, but these guards were not
from the first trial.
From the first trial. These are the 12 other trials, but everything else is the same.
But from the first trial
was in GIs.
Right.
You were there.
We wore green helmets.
Green helmets.
Yeah.
And what else?
Oh, we had no guns, black.
Oh, yeah.
Working down at the
You mean
Palace
the
of
gloves?
Justice.
Oh, when we would go outside. Well, Ray, you want to tell them that?
Go ahead. You know about this.
See these clubs here? Of course, at that time, when we went out, these clubs here, you know what they were made of? You know, of course, everything was white. The guards that you see guarding and standing in back of the defendants wore white helmets, white belts, and they had the white gloves and a white club. And the clubs were made out of broom handles.
Broom handles?
Yeah. Broom handles, which were painted white. And unbelievable. But when we were in the cells, we didn't carry these in the cells. We had a blackjack at the time. You'll see right here, there's a screen and a lamp that's hooked up here, which you attach to the cell window, and you watch them sleep. And there was a blackjack also, which you didn't take off unless you opened the cell door, and the prisoners are coming out. Then you'd strap it to your hand. No guns were allowed.
No guns were allowed.
No guns were allowed.
Even with the officers. The prison officers, they had guns.
So you used broom handles to maintain control?
Well, yes. Well, no, at the time we had blackjacks in the cells.
In the cells.
And the officers wore guns. They could come in there, but the ones that were right on the cells could not do that. In other words, well, I'll tell you a little something else before we go on, is the cells had no locks, no keys to open these cell doors. All there was is a bolt at the bottom, which slid right into the wall. So when I'd open up a cell door, you'd lift up this bolt and slide it to the side. You couldn't reach it from the inside. If you put your hand out, you couldn't reach it. It was too low. So this is how we got them out of there. Of course, we'd have a blackjack.
Okay,
continue.
And moving on.
Yeah.
You're seeing
this is another bit of history here.
This is a picture.
Is that DJ Tanner from
not,
Roseanne?
In the cell, but a picture made from a Jewish photo album, and it's clearing out the Warsaw Ghetto. Now, the reason I show you this is that I got the original album, which was given to a Polish officer, and the Polish officer gave it to Hitler to show that he did a good job of cleaning out. And these pictures are used all over. This is, I copied the pictures for them, and they were used in the trial. The little boy is very, very good. Here we have the Attorney General Francis Biddle. He was the senior American judge. Now, in the courtroom we had 4 judges. Only 4.
I just would have never if you asked me to name a million topics that I thought would come up, a first-hand deep dive into the Nuremberg trials on primetime, I would have never guessed.
But there was 2, an alternate. So there's 2 Americans, 2 the British, 2 French, and 2 Russian. They made up the judge.
So here we're looking at the inside of the courtroom.
And the 21 are in the dock. But
Look
the
at that
reason
guy's
I took the
sunglasses.
picture is because this is
Big
Colonel
unibrow.
Anderson. He was the commandant of the prison. He didn't come to...
This is weird looking. Are these his eyes here? This is a very off-putting photo to me. I don't know why.
Every day in the courtroom.
It's like
But,
AI.
You know him, Bill?
Yes. See
Oh,
the green
God.
helmet? Ah, everybody knows this guy. See the green helmet? These are the kind. Of course, his is shellacked. When he
Shellacked.
come in, you know,
It would blind you.
Oh, it would. It certainly would. We had regular green helmets, but these are the type of helmets, not the white helmets. The white helmets are the guards that had the perimeter outside and escort guards also for the prisoners.
This is the interpreters. There's 4, and they would break down the language, and you had earphones. And this is the first time they were ever tried. The earphones were new, and the
aesthetic,
interpreters
probably,
were new.
south to west.
And in fact, everything
Present a
at
strong-
Nuremberg was new.
So you set new standards in technology at the
Yes,
same time.
we did.
Yes, yes.
Yep. Everybody is listening very, very intently.
And could I just
Yep,
add to
yep,
that?
sure.
When you went up as a witness on the stand, there were 2 lights. There was
Oh.
a red. Go ahead. You want to?
No, go ahead. That's right.
There's a red light and a white light. If the red light would go on, that means you're talking too fast and these interpreters can't interpret. So you have to slow down. Then when a white light went on, and the judge now and then would have to stop these witnesses, would you mind speaking slower?
Slowly.
So that's something.
This is a candid shot of the 3 of the defendants here. 1, 2, 3. The 2 Army boys taken at the
When they had a break.
when they had a break.
I wonder if they took their broom handles into the courtroom.
Court break, and you know the court. Had
A recess.
A recess.
A recess in the court action.
Right.
That's it.
Here's a shot taken from the front. You see the judges right there.
This is a wide shot of the whole proceedings.
Wide shot. Here is not a defendant, a witness speaking to the court, and here is a glass enclosure for our sound cameras. We had the sound camera in this spot and another sound camera in that spot.
Oh, wow.
And the still photographers, of which I was was over here in the corner, and we could not talk. We could not even, we had earphones, but we didn't use them because you couldn't take pictures and listen to the interpretation at the same
Oh,
time.
at the same time. Why was that?
Well, it was too disturbing.
ATF media would like it if George would fart on this guy's photos of the Nuremberg
Today's film,
trials.
we speak of film which is 400 and 1,000. You know.
That's right. They have low light films today, which most people don't understand.
Didn't have. We had to shoot on a tripod, and we shot slowly.
You had longer exposures.
Very longer exposures.
Your ASAs back then were what, maybe 25?
Yes, or slower.
Or slower.
Depending, and using our lenses, the big lenses were slow compared to the normal lenses.
Mm-hmm. So, that's right, because it's all on light.
On light.
It's all based on light.
All based on light. This, incidentally, is von Papen, and he's in the conference room in the evening. So this room was set up for them to consult. It happens that von Papen is talking to von Papen. This is his son, his young son.
Father and son von Papen.
Father and son. And they both spoke English. They were both excellent. But von Papen goes back in the Third Reich as the man who put Hitler in power. He has got all the
Von Papen
glory.
pulled the strings.
And Bill, you have a story about this?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
well,
boy.
He was the right chancellor. Oh, it'll take a little while just to tell it. You know, when I was interviewed, before you go on the cells, you're interviewed by the colonel himself, Colonel Andros, with that shellacked helmet, a little mustache, and a riding crop. You saw you go around with this riding crop. Well, anyway, he interviews us, gives us all these rules where you'll be in charge of these prisoners one at a time. You know, the prisoners are watched 24 hours a day. So you're on the cells, 2 on and 4 off. So, and they give you these rules. You don't take your eyes off the prisoners no more than 2 seconds at a time. You know, just
So it's a staring game.
yes, yes. And the prisoners aren't allowed to put their hands underneath the blanket. They're not allowed to turn away from the light when they sleep. And they give you all the prisoners, they don't eat with a knife and a fork. All they have is a spoon. Well, all these orders are given to you. So as I first come in, my first night in the
Wow,
cell,
you can't
I
look
walked
away
down
from the
first
light when you
one
sleep?
I noticed, I looked on the side and they had these nameplates over the cell doors. So I looked and I seen Hermann Göring. So I said, ooh. At that time, he was in cell number 5 at that time. So I said, oh, I got to see this. So I went over to Göring's cell and I looked inside this little window. And he was sitting on his cot. He was reading a book and smoking this meerschaum pipe. So I looked in and I said it loud enough so we could hear. You know, I said, so that's Hermann Göring. I said, well, he doesn't look like such a big man in prison. And I was rattling off.
Oh, wow.
So the guard pulls me aside.
This guy's shit-talking Hermann Göring in prison?
And he says, Göring can understand English. If he turns you in, you can get court-martialed. So I said, well, I better keep my big mouth shut. So I proceeded over to von Papen, my first prisoner. So about 10 o'clock is a curfew. The lights dim, and you set up the screen with this lamp, and you watch them sleep. So I'm setting up this screen, and I was having
What
a
a
little
terrible
trouble with
life
the light,
that
so
would
he
be,
must have knew I
even
was
for a
new, the way
guard.
I
Don't
was
you think
fumbling.
so?
It
You
was
just
my
had to
first
sit
time.
there and just
So he
stare
come over in
like...
perfect English. Perfect English. I'll tell you the exact words I never forgot. Some things you never forget as long as you live. He says to me in perfect English, and he spoke better English than I did, believe me. He says, would you mind shining the light on the other side of the wall? Otherwise, the glare from the light will keep me awake all night. So I thought that was a reasonable suggestion. I said, certainly. So I was fumbling with it, and he says, do you mind if I give you a hand? I said,
Yeah,
no.
I know. This
And
is
we
like
used to have
such
these
a
little wires we used to
wild
hook
segment.
this lamp up, you know, to get it so you can move it a little. So he's working on the inside, and I'm working on the outside, and we're getting this, and we got it set pretty well. Pretty, you know, it was up.
You'd like to see Jeannie was sung with a banana in one slot and von Papen ping pong balls out the other? Reasonable.
Shining on the other side of the wall.
I
I
think
said,
that's a
"How's
reasonable
that?"
request.
And he said, that's fine. Thank you. I said, you're welcome. And I said,
Well,
and I
let's hear
said
the
to
whole
myself, "Gee, what a
conversation word
nice
for word,
old
buddy."
man."
Thank
He was
you.
old enough
You're
to be
welcome.
my
All right.
grandfather.
Good.
He
Have a
was
good night. You
67
too.
years old. I'm 68
See ya. I know
now.
you got to keep watching
And
me.
back
It's
then you were-
whatever.
I was
Good
18
night.
years old at that time, so I'm looking, I said, what a nice man. He could be my grandfather. I'm a grandfather now. I have grandchildren. So anyway, I said, geez, fine. So he gets in bed. And according to the rules, now I just got all these rules. He puts his hands on top of the blanket according to regulations. Oh, that's fine. Of course, we weren't allowed to talk to the prisoners either, unless, you know, it's very brief. It's got to be brief if we have a conversation with them. The colonel told us
That's the
all
kind
to.
of
He said,
reason
like
that
if they
George
ask
won't
you what
speak
time,
to
just
me.
tell them, but no likely conversations. So he gets in bed. The first thing you know, one hand goes under the blanket, so I'm thinking,
Hey, get your hand out from underneath of the
I said,
blanket.
"There's breaking the rules there." So I said, well, what, you know, I can't sleep. I couldn't sleep like that. I'd always put myself in a position like this. So the first thing you know, he waits 5 minutes, nothing has happened. He puts the other hand under the blanket, so I'm saying, now what? I says, what am I supposed to do? Wake this man, this poor...
What do you mean, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to enforce the rules, buddy. That's why they have you watch them 24 hours a day.
Poor old man up all night.
That looks like your grandfather.
Yeah. So the first thing you know, he turns over, which he breaks the rules there. And, you know, I said to my...
This guy's testing him, and he's just rolling with it.
And it did make any sense. Certain rules didn't make any sense, because if we were waking these men up all night, you know, put your hand out, get this up.
Nobody would ever sleep.
That's right. What condition would they be in a courtroom when the world is watching and the cameras are on them? They're
That's
falling
why
asleep,
they
know
want
what
you
I
to
mean?
do that.
So anyway,
Dummy.
that's my first night in prison.
So they had rules, and you never told Hermann Göring that he couldn't put his hands on the blanket.
Well, Herman didn't put his hands under the blanket. Herman was, you know, he'd be right on top. Some of the prisoners did sleep with their hands up.
You're
because
thinking of
some
von
the guards would
Papen,
probably
George.
yell at 'em. But they had a lot of the rules that you just couldn't follow all of these rules. It was almost impossible, you know, if you tried to follow all these rules. Even when we're outside, the prisoners aren't allowed to talk to each other. You know, it's just, You couldn't follow them all. Okay.
So, hey, it was prison the way prison should be, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where they got the name prison.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're just about out of time here, and this is so interesting.
This was a pretty
pictures
long
to go
segment.
through. We're
What
gonna
a
have you back on another show.
Thank you.
little surprise
And
there.
It's been a pleasure. And hey, stick around. We'll be back with more Primetime Magic right after this.
It's a good get for George, I think. It's a good segment. Good time capsule footage, first-hand accounts.
Hi, we're Julie and Brownie.
Mark
Sometimes
Stream
we perform
taking
as
down
gypsies,
Fusion,
sometimes
yeah.
pirates, and sometimes as ourselves. Today, we decided pirates.
Boy, they really like these guys.
I just love being a pirate. Julie, what would you do if I started smoking?
You'd...
Oh, no, wait. Did I mess up there? Yeah, we still had time left. I'm sorry.
Hey, is someone trying?
I just want to get past the smoking ad.
Primetime program, and we're here in beautiful downtown Greenfield. Hey, you can buy a King Coil with spinal guard. That's only a few dollars extra when you buy your brand new car. And hey, my next guest on the program, it's the fabulous Springfield
Oh, here we
Chordsmen
go.
performing something called the Old Song. I think this is even older than Bill Glennie.
There's something about the old songs we really can't explain. There's something about those melodies that keep pounding on my brain.
Oh, no.
Why can't we keep those
Oh, man. These guys just...
memories of all those days gone by? They may be gone forever, but this we can't deny. They used to sing a song about the babbling brook, a little babbling brook beside the shady nook. But we haven't heard those pretty words for so darn long. We kind of miss those good old songs. They used to sing about the man up in the moon, the man up in the moon, the summer nights in June. But we haven't heard those pretty words for so darn long.
I know, man. These segments are like, I feel like I'm in the painting in The Shining or something, only it's like not a party. I just can hear them singing echoing through my mind while I'm like having a complete existential meltdown. They might have been in trouble for absolutely destroying toilets at hotels. There's the guy that runs it, the Baba Booey looking guy.
They used to sing about the wedding bells that chime. They sang about the gang that sang Sweet Adeline. But we haven't heard those pretty words for so darn long. We kind of miss those good old songs. Whatever happened to a little Annie Rooney and the girl they call my honeysuckle rose? And what happened to all the songs about Ireland?
Pervert Vincent Price is probably my favorite one. Has a real animated facial reactions.
They sang about the monkeys in the bamboo trees, but we haven't heard those pretty words for so
No, they don't. They don't.
We can't get enough of those good old. We're tickled to sing those good old songs.
I think these guys played the Kennedy Center a few weeks ago. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
You know, this is unbelievable. An hour for a dime, or for
I don't
your
have anything
convenience,
against them. It's
an
just...
hour for a quarter. You can only find it here in Greenfield. Hey, that just about wraps up our big primetime program. We've had too much fun. Good night, everybody.
Oh my gosh, guys, we're getting down to like real brass tacks here, okay? We're talking like, we're almost in the last 10 episodes. George, come on, bro. yes, I would ask him about all the shirtless massage clips. There is a story here, and I know it sounds crazy to some of you, but like I really think there's a story here that's really worth telling and finding out about. Like, and it sucks that like somebody somewhere is gonna get this to somebody who, you know, has, and they're just gonna be like, wow, this what an interesting show. And like, who knows if George will still be around, or any of these people, any of us will still be around by then. We need to get the story told while the people who told it originally like are still around, in my opinion. Man. 97, right? Oh my god, I'm gonna have a panic attack. You just feel my whole chest tightened up when I thought about like when there's single digit episodes left, like there's a guy always okay, let's clear this up before the end of the stream. I didn't realize at the time that he was wearing sunglasses or glasses of some kind. I thought that these were just big bags under his eyes. But now, if I lean back a little bit, I can see that he's wearing glasses, and that's what makes his eyes look kind of strange. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe we're only one away from like the last 10 episodes.
You want a cigarette? Come on.
Bill Glennie's back. Wait. Wait, what happened? Hold on. Primetime 86 is the exact same lineup as Primetime 85? Oh my god. Actually, truth be told, I think this would be the beginning of the last 10 episodes of the show, because the final episode is like a anniversary or something like that. We're just gonna go on a loop, guys. There you go. Even looping, Dorunda did it first. Like, do you think it's crazy? Do you think it makes me like a narcissist or whatever to think that I could tell, like, that I should be the one to tell George's story? I think I could tell it better than anybody.
Downtown Springfield, graffiti always had it, always will. It's Prime Time with George Dorunda. Tonight, historians
He's going to make an announcement. Dorunda's going to come out with an announcement that Psychic Spud has been put in charge of telling the Prime Time story.
The most entertaining show on television. Hi, I'm George Dorunda, and welcome to this very special edition of Primetime. And yes, we're here in beautiful, graffiti-free downtown Springfield. You see, the fine folks in Chicopee, they just passed.
Wow, George is really shitting on all these places. We're in Springfield now, and he chose like the worst-looking backdrop.
Another ordinance: you can't sell any cans of spray paint or indelible markers to anyone under the age of 18, because they may use that to perpetrate a crime, graffiti. Now, Springfield has the same ordinance, and I guess it's really solved the problem down here.
This is fantastic. Whatever drop-off there might be, these moments where George is, once again, Dorunda did it first, when he's going Joker mode like this, and he's bringing these personal issues in this way, like, this is brilliant. Like, they want to pass some ordinance where he's from, so he goes to a place that passed the ordinance, and he's showing you that, like, the ordinance doesn't mean shit.
It's very simple, folks. If you want to stop graffiti, you find a kid who's spray painting, whether it be a kid, no matter who it is, and you prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. But
Man, I got to watch this whole segment again. I'm sorry.
instead, it's a lot easier. I guess it's can't sell. The fine folks in Chicopee, they just passed another ordinance. You can't sell any cans of spray paint or indelible markers to anyone under the age of 18 because they may use that to perpetrate a crime.
We're here at the trap house.
Now, Springfield has the same ordinance, and I guess it's really solved the problem down here. It's very simple, folks. If you want to stop graffiti, you find a kid who's spray painting, whether it be a kid, no matter who it is, and you prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. But instead, it's a lot easier. We'll go after the nasty store owners. I see it now. We're going to pull the cops off the beat, and we're going to sit them out at stakeouts in front of the Joe's Hardware store.
This is the good shit, man.
To see if a kid will come out holding a spray can. I mean, it's just, well, again, using this analogy, let's say, for example, somebody is going to hold up a convenience store. Well, he needed a car to make his getaway. So therefore, let's ban the sale of all cars. And then he had to put gas in the car. So let's ban the sale of all gasoline because it could be used to perpetrate a crime. And maybe he stopped for lunch on his way to rob the convenience store. So let's...
Oversharing personal crash outs. Durunda did it first.
Let's close all the restaurants. And then he needed to...
Oh, you think Doug was huffing paint and he got caught at one of those seatbelt checks so that they can scan you to see if you're submissive and breedable?
Coordinate with his cohort because there had to be the guy inside the store and the getaway driver. What did they use? A telephone. Let's ban the sale of all telephones. And then after he robbed the store, he went back over to his house. And or in the criminal world, that's known as a hideout. And therefore, let's ban the sale of all homes. I mean, does it sound ridiculous? Well, good. Then I've made my point, and it didn't even take me 3 minutes. So, hey, well, enough said. Let's move on with the show. Our next guests have been...
George, buddy, we got to talk about the show, man. This was one of the... I would put this by far, like one of my top 10 primetime moments. This rant, when you couple it with the ones from before, I mean, just perfect.
With us before, in fact, one of them has this book right here. You're looking at it on the TV screen. It's filled with a number of wonderful pictures. It's Ray Daddario and Bill Glennie, our noted historian.
I know,
Ray, Bill,
and
welcome back to the
he
big
totally
program.
should.
And we understand, Ray, you have a book to plug.
But it's,
In the criminal world, it's known as a hideout.
Yes, but not in Nuremberg.
Not in Nuremberg.
In Nuremberg.
In Nuremberg.
Only Nuremberg.
Only Nuremberg.
Right. Now, the book is real new, and it hasn't been published in the States yet.
Well, here's the question. When they get to the seatbelt check, right, and they're scanning them with the devices, the TSA developed devices, did Doug Locke read on the devices as submissive and breedable?
It hasn't.
No.
And do you think it will be published in the States at some point?
I hope so.
We'll get some good distribution. Then they can come over, find you at the house, and you can sign autographs. And you have one very interesting picture in this book.
One.
Actually,
you have one
many
interesting
very interesting pictures in the book. But one that you probably won't find anywhere else.
That's right.
Looks like the audio sync is off on this, sorry.
He's after lunch upstairs.
To my knowledge, these are the only available versions of the show.
Room. He wasn't allowed to talk with the other prisoners. I took one shot of him in color we used 4x5 sheets of film, which today is too expensive and it's no longer in use. But they gave us very good pictures.
Good high-resolution pictures. And
the color is still good. After 50 years, the color is still Kodachrome. You can't beat.
You can't beat Kodachrome.
And who knows what our videotape's going to look like in 50 years.
The film was very slow. also. So that is one reason why we have good film today.
Just making sure.
And it was a longer exposure time. And,
Yes. All right.
So anyway, yes, if you folks would like to pick up the book, just travel over to Nuremberg.
Or for me.
or from Ray. Call Ray at the house.
Or for me.
And he can autograph it for you.
Yes.
We're continuing through this pile.
Did you hear George's rant about graffiti?
Pictures that we left off with before, this fine collection.
Now, while they were reading and having their time between the eating process or the lunch period, Ribbentrop is here shown in the stands, speaking with his lawyer. One guard is separate them, and he's been called to discuss his problems as a defendant. So, but the important thing.
Oh, you know what we should watch sometime? We should watch. Did they release like all the footage of the Saddam Hussein trial? That would be kind of interesting to watch.
He is defendant Ribbentrop, but he doesn't look like himself. That is because as a PW, number one, he lost his will to be a leader with a fancy uniform, and he has lost weight because he doesn't have big dinners anymore.
So he let himself
No more
go.
big dinners for Von Papen.
Yes, in a way. Incidentally, going back to
the other guy, though, the guard, he'd be like, oh, what was I going to do? Let Von Papen have a small meal? Come on, I like to have a big dinner. Von Papen gets a big dinner.
Dinner upstairs. Here's a picture of Stryker. Now, Julius Stryker, during the noon lunch, is getting, there's his dinner plate.
Mess kit.
Mess kit.
It wasn't a dinner plate.
Well, we call it a dinner plate. It was a dinner plate. But the thing is,
and what was the usual meal consisting of?
Well, it was vegetables.
Vegetables?
Yeah, they had a piece of meat usually.
Where do you think this is? At like a men's
probably
club or a
potatoes something.
museum?
Just small, little portions. Yeah.
Okay, so it was health food.
Oh.
Yeah. And these are all the utensils that they used by the kitchen. Let's go back to room 57. Room 57 was the room in which the defendants were brought over from the prison at night.
Man, that guy can smoke in there?
Even
That's awesome.
if they didn't have anything important to talk about, they still came over to room 57 because they got an hour or 2 hours out of the prison. They didn't want to be in the little cell. In the prison, you could talk what they have in the prison: a cot, a chair.
That's it.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, they had
Go
very
ahead.
few things in it. They had a cot that was bolted up against the wall. You couldn't move it.
And you couldn't stand on it.
You couldn't stand on it either.
Well, the table was the one.
The table, yes.
The table was just a little flimsy metal table, which is you'd probably put 40 pounds or 60 and it would collapse automatic. So, and then you had one chair that would come out somewhere around 7 o'clock at night. Then you had an alcove where the toilet was. And no seat cover. It was just porcelain toilet bowl.
I think it could even be a fun like documentary of George finding out that someone like is obsessed with his show, but it's like the absolute opposite kind of person that George wishes was into his show.
And it was real cold in the mornings, you know, geez. And there was one fellow that did commit suicide in there before the
There was
trial,
one
right
fella.
away.
Yep.
Excuse me,
This
could
is
you please
before I
say
took the
unalive,
picture,
sir?
you know, in other words, before they put one guard for each prisoner, they had one man probably covering.
They had one guard for each prisoner.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
after this man committed
crazy.
suicide.
But I guess they
before
don't have
that,
a lot
there
of
was one guard
prisoners.
taking care of maybe 4 or 6 prisoners, and he'd probably just look in once in a while. But, well, we won't go into...
They would only have the people that were like actively on trial, right? They'd go somewhere else after that, after the conviction or release or whatever.
We won't
I
go
think.
into this, but
I
I'll
assume.
tell you a little incident that happened with Goring. When I went in, we're going to go
Because
into
if
the
you're there,
church, you know, this is going through...
if you're there, you're probably facing some pretty steep charges. So like But I don't think they ran the prison at the place, did they?
Go
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. When I first, the first man I took to church was Herman
Like
Goring.
a long-term prison, I mean.
So
he was a church person.
Well, the only reason he probably went in there is to get out of the cell.
That's all. To get out of this little 4x6 cell.
Exactly.
Right.
So the church was located on the second floor. So when I left Goring out, put the blackjack on, just open the cell door, push the bolt back, and I'm saying, gee, it's on the second floor, but it was my first time. And Goring knew exactly where to go. He gets out. He's always fast. Goes upstairs. Then he goes in right in the front, sits down, and
I wouldn't mind.
I'll tell
I
you
would.
exactly.
I would
I
like
never
to hear
forgot
those
that.
kind of stories.
He embarrassed me so much. He sat.
That guy'd be like, "Hey, Daddario, tell him about. Go ahead, pal," and then interrupt him immediately.
And he put his hands right on the railing like this, and I come in right next to him, as straight as a board, and I sat right next to him. And they still held their rank. See, we were in the front, so the rest of the prisoners never got in front of Goring because that would be insulting. So they all got back.
Yeah, I don't know what they did before, like.
So I didn't know what was going on at the back, and I'm right next to him. All of a sudden, he turns around, gives me a look like this. He just kept staring, and I'm looking down at him. Unbelievable. And I'm saying to myself, you know, I just come out of parochial school, 18 years old, stupid upstairs. So I'm wondering what's wrong. So I'm looking at Goring, and he's staring at me, and I'm saying to myself, I'm the guard. You're the prisoner.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't work. It didn't work. So I'm like this, and I'm saying to myself, something's wrong. He's just staring at me, and I'm saying, something's wrong here, you know. So I glance over on the side like this. All the other guards are standing up against a wall. I look on the other side. They're all up against the wall. I'm the only guard sitting with his prisoner, kneeling with his prisoner there. And meanwhile, Goring is still like
Why is he doing the I Dream of Jeannie arm pose all the time?
Mistake. Yeah, 18 years old, you make a lot of mistakes.
And how did you get out of the mistake?
Well, with difficulty, I held my composure as much as I could. I slowly got out, went to the back of the church. After that, every time he'd go out of his way, you know, he'd come out of his cell one time, I'll never forget. He used to give me the dirtiest looks, and he could give you a look. He used to start with me, right at my shoes, and come up like this. You know how to give a person a dirty look?
He'd just stare you up.
And then I was collecting autographs at the time. And, you know, I got quite a few autographs, but I...
Oh, my God, quite a few. He's collecting their autographs?
He's not going to give me his autograph. He hates me. This man hates me. Then I got quite a few of the autographs at the time, and I said to myself, wait a minute. What's he going to do? I'll ask him. There's nothing he can do. Good idea. So I got up my courage. You know, it took a little bit to do this. So I come up to, and by that time I had a routine. I had these pieces of paper that I have and a pen. So I stuck it in there, and I says, Herman, your autograph. And he turns around, he gives me this dirty look again. And I'm just looking at him like this. He's looking at me, and you know what was going through my head? I'm saying to myself, he's not going to give it to me. And I begin feeling sorry for myself. God darn it, he's got me again, you know. And I was just about ready to pull, you know, embarrassed. I was really embarrassed. You know, I was just about ready to pull back.
You know, Daninsky, that's what I need to be doing.
He comes over, grabs the pen, grabs the pencil, or the pen and the paper.
I'm going to ask Vinny's dad, though, to put on that Rod Stewart song about, like, get out, take over all your old Motown records. I want that to be the theme while we drive around aimlessly at night getting Cokes.
He sits at his little table, puts down Herman, writes his name. He hands it back to me, and he says to me in English, in 50 years, this will be valuable. It's the only conversation I ever had with Goring.
Interviewing Vinny, that's his sister, Molly Slugga.
And is it valuable?
Yes.
I don't know. I never checked.
Yeah.
They're in a safety deposit.
There's some weird threads,
You
man.
should have it appraised.
I just can't do
like
that.
there's like a million Vinny channels. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Vinny
you
has
know,
like
you could be sitting on a gold mine.
20 times the channels that like Jimmy
he's
has.
right.
Jimmy has a
He's
bunch
right.
of them.
That's it, yeah.
Good.
His are
Here's
always getting
Albert
taken
Speer.
down too.
And this is
Who was Albert Speer?
Albert Speer, you want to know what he is? Here he is. All those things. But he is the important thing about who he is he was the architect Hitler's architect.
I'm going to do that,
Whoever,
then I'm going to ask
there was a building
Vinny's
to be
dad just to
built,
drive us
he
all right
did it.
into
But he had a large staff.
right
and
into
he
a
was
lake.
in the party, but he was not an official, not as we called it, a big party man, a military man. He was a worker, and he
was
did
not a
do
party
some
man.
Beautiful buildings.
He was a civilian.
Yes, he was a civilian.
And he was also in charge of armaments.
Armaments at the end of the war.
And munitions, yeah.
Ammunition. Here, this happens to be General Telford Taylor, who presented the case against the German High Command. He headed the subsequent proceedings. He came in at the first trial, which is the Nuremberg trial.
Right. And he was also at the reunion.
Yes, at the reunion.
So
I didn't
you
look
met him
for
down in
him,
Washington,
Beninsky.
D.C.
We did.
recently?
Yes, we did. Albert Speer is on the stand.
You know what would be, in my opinion, really keno right now is if they brought back, what was it called? Big Girl, Little Van?
Another shot of Albert Speer. This one's in color.
In color. He had 20 years. 20 years. He's served his 20 years up in Spandau. He's out, and he's written, I think, 3 books on it. But today he is gone. Now, you have to remember prosecutor.
Or maybe it is the
Robert
prison is there and they just don't have very
He was
many
the
people, so they don't have
instigator.
like,
He
as
was
big of a facility or whatever.
First, he was assigned by Truman, President Truman, to conduct the Nuremberg trials, but he also had to serve on the proceedings. So he had 2 jobs. It was a lot of work for him. He was a good man, but he died too early.
And
here are...
Savvy guy would say, look, he
rounding
was a
up.
good man.
This was
died early.
Little pictures on film, on small film, 8mm film.
Oh my God!
And we blew them up.
As large as
Keitel, Jodl, Ribbentrop, Rader. Some don't look the way they.
I don't know
before.
for sure.
When they were
Daninsky.
in uniform.
I've heard.
they
I
were,
mean, I've seen the rumors, but
you would say made up. Today they're already.
So they were like actors portraying their parts.
They were their actors.
And this fellow right here.
Oh God, yes.
Ernest Carlton Brunner.
Brunner. He's head of the police.
Right. Himmler committed suicide, so he more or less replaced
him.
And he was 6'7". He was a giant of a man. And too bad you can't see the rest of his face, but you could...
Scars.
Yeah, he had scars. We used to call him Scarface. And I used to look at this in the prison. Now, of course, Goring was known as Fatso.
Fatso.
Goring was Fatso. Did anybody call him Fatso?
No. But he had, speaking of Goering,
the
he
vibe
had
has
a
changed
big
now
head,
that they're back in the apartment.
like you.
Oh, well, thank you for that compliment.
I thought you meant these guys for a second.
He was
I
a
thought you were
big,
referring to this as
big
like the
man.
apartment set.
Very big. Here is the defendant Ribbentrop on the stand, and he was the foreign minister.
Yeah, it's really weird, Daninsky. Like, the first episode we watched was this absolute filler stretch episode of like a 48-question quiz, and then him just asking people at a parade to sing Irish Eyes Are Smiling. That was the only 2 segments. And then now we're like into the Nuremberg. We've had like 2 deep dives into the Nuremberg trials.
He tried to call as his witnesses some of the people in England, but he was a broken man. He doesn't look himself like he did.
And
He's not getting those big dinners.
In the prison, he was, how could you say, the sloppiest
Oh,
person
God.
in there.
Yeah.
He used to write, he'd write a note or something. He'd just take it, crumbled up the paper, and throw it on the
He
right in
didn't
the
care.
cell. And
He didn't
the
care.
cell was a mess.
Yeah.
We're very poor housekeeping.
Oh, very poor. Yeah.
Here is Lieutenant Gilbert. He was a prison psychologist, and he was all over. I say all over in the sense of the word that he was in the courthouse, he was in the prison, he was in the church, he was all over the place. He had a past that carried a lot of weight, and he wrote a book.
He wrote a book also.
Yeah, he wrote a book. As the years went by, everybody wrote a book. If you were somebody, everybody wrote a book.
Everybody wanted to cash in.
Hey, Daninsky, if you missed it in the last episode, this guy here, Daddario, he was the guard over von Papen, the guy who got Hitler into power, I guess. And he would give him all kinds of like little perks. He wouldn't make him like obey the rules.
Deal, right? And he was the psychologist.
Yes, he was the prison psychologist. There were many.
George kind of
one.
pushed him on it, but not too bad, not too much.
Kelly was one.
Kelly was before him.
And everybody had their own viewpoints with their own individual
The
books.
name of his book was The Nuremberg Diary by Gilbert.
Here we have another wide shot of the courtroom.
There's all the judges on the bench, and then they have the court stenographers, the defendant's counsel. Here is Justice Jackson, who is giving, who is questioning, and the witness is Karl Bodenschatz. He was the commander of the Air Force, but he was a supreme commander of the Air Force. But there were many departments in the Air Force. There was also Milch, and there were others. They had plenty of planes, but they didn't make it in time. Incidentally, you have to remember back 50 years ago that the war almost changed for us because they had the first jet planes, but there weren't enough of them. There weren't enough of them.
So they didn't have enough, but they did have the first jet planes.
Yes, they had the first jet plane. And when I heard it, here goes a plane, it goes fast, and no propeller. I didn't know what it was. It was something to remember. These are all the Nuremberg days.
That's really interesting.
Hans Frank,
Hans
very,
Frank.
very important.
He's got some eyebrows,
but
man.
brutal. And he was the Gauleiter, or the leader of Poland. And he went to being brutal to soft. He became a Catholic, and he died on the gallows.
That's right. They called him, they nicknamed him the Butcher of Poland.
The Butcher of...
He became a Catholic of Poland. And he went to being brutal to soft. He became a Catholic, and he died on the gallows.
The way that he told that story is so funny. It's like he's trying. It's like he's like, he was this terrible guy, but he ended up turning into a really nice guy. He found religion, and then he died and get the gallows.
That's right. They called him. They nicknamed him the Butcher of Poland.
The Butcher of Poland.
Butcher of Poland, because Auschwitz was there, and when he when he was in his cell, he used to read this book continuously, and I said to myself, what the heck is he reading? And he'd get up and talk to himself. He'd sit back down. So I asked one of the fellows, what's he reading? You know what he was reading in there? The Bible. He turned completely religious.
And at one time, he was the Butcher of Poland.
Butcher of Poland. That was his nickname, the Butcher of Poland.
Wonderful man. Died at the gallows.
And Goering was fatso, so.
Wow.
We had these nicknames we used to give him.
Here is Colonel General Yodel.
I can't believe this is on prime time. Like, it's blowing my mind.
He wrote a couple of orders, and
the
as
Springfield
a result,
Cordsmen
he
are
was
coming
also hung. He was also hung. We got plenty of pictures here.
We've gone through plenty of pictures.
Now,
we have a few other snapshots, however, from your recent trip to Washington D.C. This was the 50th reunion.
Yep.
And you have a few items here. You have a watch.
Yes, yeah. This was taken.
I'm not too
by,
bad, man.
Dr. Latimer, who's in there.
I just thought that was really funny the way you phrased
Dr.
it.
Latimer.
Okay, that's.
And you're here with Dr. Latimer.
Okay, here he is. This is Dr. Latimer. We're holding the pen that Adolf Hitler gave to Eva Braun. This is the pen here. He come up to our suite where we had, so he just showed us these.
These looks like crime scene photos.
This is the pen that Adolf Hitler gave to Eva Braun.
That's a Mont Blanc pen taken from Hitler's bunker.
Tex Wheelis used to go bragging. He went all around the prison. You've probably seen this watch. And he showed us the back of it, and it was engraved Hermann Goring.
Absolutely,
So I was
Daninsky.
looking at this watch. I says, if he can get the watch, then I can get the pipe. You know, I had.
I
my
want to
eye
watch
on
the
that,
Saddam
Nixon
trial
pipe.
on
Well,
here.
I don't know who got it. I didn't get it anyway. But this is the
Getting high and
capsule-
watching the
capsule.
trial of
It's a
Saddam
shell
Hussein.
that Hermann Goring committed suicide with. It's a little shell that you opened up, and there was a glass vial of cyanide in there. This is what Goring used to commit suicide. This is the ring that Goring had. It's a German ring with the seal, a German seal on there. And this was a matchbox cover. It's all gold. There's an eagle and swastika right here at the bottom.
Gold
It's
matchbook
all
cover,
gold,
wow.
and it's used to hold these wooden matches. And it was quite a reunion we had.
All right,
Incidentally,
Vinny, thanks,
there were
bud.
3 vials of poison, three of them, and it was the third one that they didn't find, but Goering knew where to get it, and he had access to it, and he died a couple of hours before
Well,
he
that's
was
what
to be
we'll get
hung.
to the bottom of.
As a result, the colonel never
We're gonna
was
deep dive
promoted
the Saddam
to
trial.
General.
I'm gonna
Andrus-
relitigate it.
Andrus never was promoted to general. It was a sort of a tug of war between Andrus, the commander of
Getting high and
Nuremberg,
relitigating the
Goering,
case of Saddam
the
Hussein.
two big figures.
Well, guys, this has been very interesting. Taking a brief
Buckle
trip
up,
back 50
everybody.
years
Springfield
into history
Cordsman
and,
incoming.
Very, very interesting.
Well, thank you.
And told history as told by the people who were actually there.
Right.
You
True.
won't read this in any book. You won't see this.
That's
on any
why
other
you need to
television
talk
show,
to me,
but right
George, so that we can get the history from the person that was there, bro.
here in prime time.
That's correct.
I'm glad we have the exclusive. Bill,
George,
it's been a
my
pleasure,
pleasure.
Ray.
Thank you. Thank you.
And hey, you're welcome back anytime. By the way, check out the book. You can only get it in Nuremberg right
That's
now,
all.
but soon coming to a bookstore.
Can
near
only
you.
get it at
Hey, stick
Nuremberg.
around. We'll be back with more prime time right after this.
Woo! I gotta say, I think these two segments really have.
We're Julian Browning. Sometimes we perform as pirates, sometimes as gypsies, and sometimes as ourselves. But today, we decided to be pirates.
Oh,
I really
man.
love being a pirate.
I think they're great segments. Oh no, I did it again. I'm sorry.
To the heart, a Chad Matthews fan. Hey, and getting back to the spray can issue, I just picture this happening. Little Jimmy pedals his bicycle down to the hardware store, runs inside, says, I would like to buy some spray paint so I can paint my bicycle.
Oh boy.
Sorry, little Jimmy, you won't be painting your bike today because we can't sell you the spray paint so you can paint your bicycle. Oh, you have to get your daddy to come in and buy the spray paint for you. In the meantime, Jimmy goes back outside, and his bicycle has been graffitied by a bunch of kids who drove to Enfield to get the spray paint. I've made my point again in under 3 minutes. Hey, my next guest on the program has been with us
Unbelievable,
before.
man.
A
George is
highly
just
entertaining
lit
group.
here.
If they had a CD, I'd have a CD to hold up, but they don't have a CD, so you just have to watch the videotape. It's the Springfield Cordsmen.
It's even stranger with the sync being off. I wish the audio would fix itself, but I don't think it's going to.
Betty Coed's lips are red for Harvard. Betty Coed's eyes are navy blue. Betty Coed's a golden head for Princeton. Her dress, I guess, is white for Georgia too.
Oh my
Betty
God.
Coed's a smile for Pennsylvania. Her heart is Texas treasure, so it's said. Betty Coed is loved by
I feel like I find someone new every time, like to focus on. Like this guy from the Six Flags commercials down in the corner.
and all of its engineers. She did the same at Old Notre Dame. Her line was
Man, this just makes me feel like, you know, like this is just a real existential trigger for me, this group.
breathing
No.
Betty Coed is Betty Coed was out and give him the word. Betty Coed the dogs and all the schools would know just what to do. Betty Coed's a golden head for Princeton. Her dress, I guess, is white for Georgia too. Betty Coed's a smile for Pennsylvania.
Dorchestra.
Her heart is Texas treasure, so it's said. Betty Coed is loved by every college boy, but I'm the one who's loved. Betty Coed. I'm the one who's loved by Betty Coed.
Yes, the Springfield Chordsmen, and that just about wraps up another fine primetime program. And what have we learned, boys and girls at home? Well, first, we learned that laws against spray cans really don't work. Second, we learned that Herman Goering used to be called Fatso. And third, we had a lot of fun doing it. Hey, good night, everybody.
You don't think Hormaxer will be in an elderly men's choir? what a crossover. Woo! Final 10 episodes, guys. Oh my god. I just gotta focus my mind. I can get through it.
They've given us a label. Generation X. Generation nothing. Why not wear a label that does mean something?
Oh, come on. Okay, the Wealth of Health Expo, presidential election poll, Jimmy Sturban of Fairfield Mall. All right, let's watch one more. Final. These are the last 10 episodes, I think. Last 10. Holy shit.
From the Fairfield Mall, buttery topping, 15 cents extra. It's prime time with George Dorunda. Tonight, we get healthy at the Wealth of Health Expo 96. We poll people to find the next president of the United States, plus the 7-time Grammy Award winner, Jimmy Sturr, and the Jimmy Sturr Band.
Man,
So
I
get
can't
ready for
believe we're in the final 10
entertaining
episodes.
show on television.
It might be final. I don't know. I think it's 10. 10 or 11.
Hi, I'm George Dorunda, and welcome to the big primetime program. And, well, let's start off the show. We're going to get healthy right inside these very doors. We recently had the Wealth of Health Expo. And, well, just roll the videotape. Yes, we're here at the Fairfield Mall. It's the third annual Wealth of Health Festival and Fair. And what do we run into? Positively the best display right here at the Fairfield Mall. And that's because I did it all myself. And the star of one of our PSAs, French Cat.
Yes, sir.
You're an actor. Are you here signing autographs?
Oh, remember him from the smoking
We
commercials?
had quite a few customers already.
And you're handing out all these
Fred
wonderful,
Quoquette.
wonderful pamphlets with your picture on it.
Oh, yes. These are great. They're going hot and heavy.
No, you're not a smoker.
Hot and heavy.
But I almost became one doing this commercial.
After doing how many takes?
About 10 or 12. I says, I'm getting the nicotine.
Hey.
So you almost
Hey,
got
Pally, I'm
making
getting some
an
nicotine.
anti-smoking commercial.
That's correct, sir.
Isn't this an amazing display?
Oh, this is great. George, this is beautiful. Excellent. Best one here.
Of course. Why? Because I did it.
That's right. That's right.
I'm kind of surprised George would help the health department.
As we're continuing along with the health fair, checking out some of the other booths, and we found the famous Liz Smith.
Hi.
But we're
So
doing,
what are we doing here?
what we're doing here today, this is a DermaScan machine, and what this does is it analyzes the skin on your face for signs that if it's been damaged by the sun. And if it has, you'll see brown spots. Anywhere you see brown spots or freckling, your skin has been damaged by the sun. It also can pick up other things if your skin is dry, or if you have lack of circulation, or if you have some dead skin cells, it'll be white specks. But the thing that you're mostly concerned about is the brown spots.
How about if you have brown spots without the machine?
Well, then you'll see them too. Yep.
But those aren't dangerous.
Well, they are. Freckles are sun-damaged skin, but there's nothing you can do about the freckling now. You just need to protect yourself from now on by wearing sunscreen and staying out of the sun.
Stay out of the sun.
It's a real New England haircut.
White is in.
White is in.
White is healthy skin.
Oh, this lady, I just don't, I don't vibe with her.
I have to climb inside. This is like a ride at Disney.
It's hot in here.
A little bit hot, yeah. Look at yourself in the mirror, and I'm looking at you from the other side. And anywhere you see brown spots, that's where your skin's been damaged by the sun.
Yes, I'm still healthy. I'm still surviving here at the health fair. We found the fine folks from
Look at this guy.
Agua Medical Supply. You're Bob?
I'm Bob.
And what do we have?
We have the latest items to help the elderly people get through with these trying times. We have scooters, we have wheelchairs, lift chairs, beds, anything they need.
And I can take a quick test drive.
On you go.
It's a four-wheel drive model.
Yeah, Liz seems like a nag. I don't care for her personality. This is absolutely terrifying segment to me.
Wow, what excitement. I found Chris Brown. Are you MTV's Chris Brown?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. No.
But you're from Mass Elder Care.
West Mass Elder Care, right? And
We
I'm
have
the
pictures of
nutritionist, and
food
I'm
here.
here with our pyramid that displays all these wonderful good foods and trying to tell people how wonderful food
So
is.
a healthy diet. Now you want to start off with some cheese sticks.
No. Well, a couple, maybe a couple, not a lot.
Couple
We could
cheese
have some
sticks.
cheese sticks.
Low-fat cheese sticks.
Low-fat cheese sticks. Well, you're taking all the fun away now.
I think we have a misunderstanding here. I think she thinks he's saying cheese stick, whereas he's actually saying cheese steak. I don't think anyone advocating for health would say to eat a couple cheese steaks.
A wonderful bowl of pasta with some vegetables on it.
I think this is scary, like with the music and that weird dancing.
How about primavera sauce?
Look at, there's
little
Deb.
extra
Remember
vegetables
Deb?
And tomatoes, and maybe a little cheese.
So
a lot of olive oil.
That's your recommendation.
Yes, right.
And then we follow that up with?
Grupo de la
wonderful fruit.
Vegetables.
We have wonderful pineapple over here.
Vegetales.
Is chocolate a fruit?
Not quite. Chocolate's way up there at the top of that pyramid.
Oh, that
That's not good.
Oh, that's not good. If you made it to the top of the pyramid.
It's sparingly. What I'm trying to encourage people to do is to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and grains from the bottom of the pyramid, and have a bit of meat, a bit of cheese, dairy.
So cheese is okay.
Some
Cheese
cheese.
dicks?
A basket of cheese sticks.
No. You keep pushing those cheese sticks.
Well, I like cheese sticks.
Okay. Well, you can have some, but not a lot. Oh, everything in moderation. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything. Take
I
from
had
the
a
pyramid,
similar
but in moderation.
misunderstanding one time. Is the only reason I kind of zoned in on that, because I was with this hanging out with this Eastern European guy, and he was always convinced at restaurants people could mix those two
There's a
terms
lot of
up.
vegetables, and when it's cooked quickly and not in a lot of fat, that's what's good. In Italian food, there's lots of pastas, which are wonderful. Olive oil, which is great.
So basically, it's not the pasta, it's what you put on it.
Basically, yes. But it is the pasta. You know, I'm encouraging people to have lots of grains and variety of grains. But what you put on it is what kills it, okay? So if you load it up
He was
with like a
concerned that
fettuccine
he was going to be
Alfredo and load
billed
it up
for
with the
cheese
cheese and the fat,
steaks
that-
versus what he ordered because of his
No, I'm just saying
accent.
it's not. That's what kills it.
It's true.
Well, you know, everything in moderation is what I'm saying. Okay.
That's always been my motto. Everything in moderation.
Everything. All right?
Well, I have a few years to go yet.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Hey, a few more cheese sticks.
No.
Yes, we're back at probably the best display right here at the mall.
I think it's fabulous, George.
And you're the most famous health director in the country.
Well.
Oh, yeah, remember him?
That's questionable.
Well, you appeared on the Sally Jesse Raphael show, and you're appearing here at the mall.
Well, I think this is important.
Welcome
Very
back, Richard
important. I hope
Kendra.
our message gets through to the youth in Chicopee.
Yeah, Daninsky. We were in the South. He was like really panicked like the entire time we were down there. Like he was absolutely convinced that like we were going to get run out of town because he wasn't like American.
In the area, smoking is bad for your health.
And again, we want to entertain people, and hopefully they'll get the serious part of the message.
I think he's the only Eastern European person I've known besides the
Very
Thorpes.
interesting display.
We have been attracting a lot of attention. We have over 11 monitors.
And you have the star of one of the shows right here.
And he's signing autographs.
Oh, Mr. Shikak.
I didn't realize staying healthy would be this much fun.
It makes me look older. I have all these guys that come up to me.
Well, you probably find out when you're a little older because you're still alive. Then you'll see that it was a lot of fun.
And it has to start now.
Definitely, with our youth. Our young children have to get the message that smoking is bad for their health. Very bad for their health.
Very bad.
Yes, and we're still here at the health fair, and I'm going to find out, how well do you sleep?
I sleep fair now. I sleep well now.
And you didn't used to?
No, not until I got into this field.
And what is this particular field? Who are you?
My name is Douglas DeLawyer, and I'm the Clinical Operations Manager of SOS Diagnostics Lab.
What a title.
Yes, well...
And what are we looking at? What is your organization?
We are a portable sleep laboratory. We specialize in what's called respiratory somnograms. We go into people's homes at night per doctor order, just prior to them going to bed, and we set them up with equipment to monitor their breathing while asleep. And we basically help to diagnose or rule out a condition called sleep apnea syndrome, which is the insidious phenomenon where people stop breathing while asleep for many times hundreds of periods during the night, and they don't even know it. Many of them, most of them, don't even know it.
Is it dangerous?
It's a killer. It's a killer. Sleep apnea can cause many physiological problems with the body, from heart attack to obesity and depression. And psychologically, it can cause many problems as well. From that depression is it's on the psychological.
Did you guys ever see that the show where the whole thing was that like celebrities were jumping off of a diving board? Remember that show? I think Louis Anderson was on that show. What a weird show concept.
At the helm of boats and airplanes because of sleep apnea syndrome.
So once they take the test,
we can, as I said, we either diagnose or rule out sleep apnea. If they have sleep apnea syndrome, our laboratory works very closely with many of the area physicians who deal with sleep apnea syndrome to treat it.
And it is treatable.
You think he's like breaks in, or he just is invited and he's like a popular
guy? Snoring and sleep apnea syndrome are very closely related. In fact, you can consider sleep apnea syndrome as being "quote unquote" snoring that went too far.
Snoring went too far.
And here at the Chicopee Health Department, not only are we smoke-free, but we eat healthy. It's healthy pizza.
I hate this. I hate this dancing. I can't stand it.
Now this is a health fair the way it was truly meant to be. Yes, we're still here having fun and trying to stay healthy.
He watches me sleep just like those Nuremberg guards.
At the health fair, and we're with
Lisa Vandervliet from New England Health and Racket in West Springfield.
And this is your fatometer.
Well, what we do is we do a body fat analysis to see, based on your weight, how much of that weight is fat versus lean mass.
Oh boy.
And you can analyze that.
Yes, we can.
Right here. Is it painless?
Is this the moment where George is like, okay, it's time to start just being all into health food?
It's painless, except emotionally. If you find out that you have a high fat rate, you might be
Oh man.
upset when you leave.
Smoke.
I think I know what the answer is going to be already.
Damn, girl.
Would you like to do it?
Let's try it.
Okay.
There could be emotional damage, Mr. Dorunda.
What do we have to do?
Well, I have to get to your bicep.
Okay.
And I have to ask you some personal questions.
How personal?
Well,
am I married? Do I have any kids?
The
No.
first one is, how much do you weigh?
Oh, we're looking at about 270.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a little softer.
There's no place on the scale for that, is there?
And I'd say you have a large body frame, right?
I would guess.
Okay.
Okay, and we're breaking the machine.
Well, we're gonna test your body fat right now. If you can give me your bicep.
We're gonna test the body.
What an
fat
interesting
right now.
audience he has too.
That's why you get a show.
Men,
And
men
Comedian.
from age 30 to 39 should be at 12 to 16%.
And what's the magic number?
37.9.
37.9.
They're estimating that you should try to get down to at least 233 pounds, if not 210.
So if I get down to 233, I'm all set.
Pretty much, you'd be on your way.
Okay. Hey,
Oh,
that's
no,
easy. That's
George.
just missing a couple of buffets.
You should try to exercise at least 3 times a week.
At least 3 times a week. And what do you recommend?
I recommend cardiovascular. You need to do
Oh,
it
man.
to your target heart rate at least for 20 minutes.
And what's my target heart rate?
That you'd have to find out. Talk to your
Is
physician.
there somebody else here that can handle that?
No, I don't know what
Seems
your
like
target
I
heart
need
rate
help
would be
now.
Right now.
So basically just exercise till you drop.
No, you.
So what do you think? Is this the moment? Because there had to be a moment somewhere along the line where George goes from, eating all the sweet treats all the time and everything to being like really into health food. You know what I mean? Because now he's all about like clean eating and stuff like that. So I wonder if this was, he seems kind of like genuinely, shook a little bit.
You want to exercise so your heart is beats per minute that burns
Because that
the
means
most
what?
fat,
She'd like
and
him
then
at a
maintain
minimum
that.
to lose 40
Most people
pounds
don't
then, right?
exercise long enough to
If
burn
not
as many
60,
calories.
recommended
if
would
you
be
get to a
60.
certain level, you're gonna burn more calories.
Hey, how about this for an exercise? Instead of using the remote to change your TV stations, get up and actually press the buttons on the TV.
Anything helps.
Hey, there! She agrees with me!
Oh no!
Just play along and nobody gets hurt. Okay, we're gonna find my target heart rate to see how I'm gonna lose some 62 pounds. Okay.
Okay.
This is Amy.
Hello.
And you're from?
Rehab West.
And you're gonna
Okay, we're
rehabilitate
getting
me.
we're
Well,
softening.
we're gonna try. Let's
We're
see.
getting
You don't
closer
have all
to
your
the
charts
trad
that you're used
girl.
to having, so you're gonna work this out in long division.
Correct. Okay.
How were you in math?
Well,
What kind of grades did you get?
D, but that's okay. That was a
so,
long time
so,
ago.
so we'll say that these numbers will have a plus or minus error factor of 20.
Okay. We'll average
We'll go along with that.
All right.
So how are we going to do this?
No, he
Well,
makes
we're
it.
gonna
He
take
turns it. He
220
turns the whole thing
minus your
around.
age plus your resting heart rate, and that's going to give us A.
I just don't know
Okay.
when.
A.
And then we're going to multiply A times 65%, which will give us B,
And then we take B.
right? We'll leave that where it is right now.
Oh,
Then
we
we're
leave
going to
that
take A and multiply that by 85%. And that'll give us C.
Okay.
Okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to add B to your resting heart rate and C to your resting heart rate, which will give us your target heart rate range.
Oh
Okay?
That's easy. And how long is it going to take you to do this?
About 20 seconds.
Okay, go to it.
Okay, so 220. Your age is 38, and 104 plus 67 is 171. So that's your target heart range, is 155 to 171.
And what does it mean?
Well,
I
what-
basically have to exercise till I drop?
No, not at all. You want to keep your heart rate within that range while you're exercising.
And how do I know it's at that range?
By taking your pulse. Okay, when you take your pulse, you want it to be within that range. You won't, this would be your max, the maximum that you would want to exercise at that
So
level.
if it goes any
171.
higher, I'm going to explode.
You should slow down.
Okay.
Okay? And if you're less than 155, you should speed up.
Hey, you've saved my life. It's a miracle. I'm cured.
George is cured. Oh no.
Hey, it's a miracle. And don't you feel healthier already just sitting at home on your couch and watching this very videotape? And the health fair, a huge success. And Matt, one of our production staff members, he was the technical supervisor at our Chicopee Health Department, our anti-smoking booth, and he was listening to those PSAs nonstop for 13 hours. I think he memorized the spots. Hey, we'll be back right after this.
All right, guys, I'm sorry. I hate to end in the middle of an episode, but we'll pick this one up next time. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll try Memphis with the pre-recording to see if that will help us get around the stream being taken down. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Quit. Cicero button. You better quit it, buddy. You better quit it.